Intanto noi vorremmo qui il dottor.
First of all, we would like to call here Dr. Romolo Protti. Romolo Protti. To Dr. Protti, we award plates for the great contribution he gave to this conference. In the last few days, he had to leave because he received another appointment. That's a great honor for me. Thank you so much.
E poi il ringraziamento più grande a Claudio Panico.
And then Claudio Panico, acknowledgements.
Eccezionale ospite.
An exceptional host. He really was so cooperative, helpful, great hospitality. So I'm really, really grateful to him. The awards are not finished. Now we begin with the career awards. It's a great honor for me to award the career awards to Dr. Balestrazzi, to present Dr. Balestrazzi with his award, whom after the graduation and the specialization in Bari in 1970, and he remained there as a associate professor until 1977. He then moved to the Sapienza University in Rome, associate professor as well, and then he became director from 98 to 2004, director of the ophthalmology school and also president of the orthoptic school in L'Aquila. Then he went back to Rome. He then remained in the Catholic University in Rome and was the director of the Gemelli University Hospital. Back in 1977, Professor Balestrazzi was one of the 35 members appointed to the board of the European Ophthalmic Pathology Society. And then from 1998 to 2000, he was the president of APIMO. And then he has changed his hat and became the president of the SOI, the Italian Ophthalmological Society. And it was the only one after Professor Bietti to be appointed president of EPIMO, and so since 2003 he was the president of the Eye Bank of L'Aquila, and then until 2008 president of the European Ophthalmic Pathology Society, and ever since president of CTRAC. Vincenzo?
Questa volta non in mezzo, questa volta vado io in mezzo.
A me è un onore, professore.
Devo dire due parole? Bene. Beh, innanzitutto.
First of all, let me thank, as it is my duty, Vincenzo San Nicola, Dr. Panico, and what to say? I don't know what to say. You know, I was given this award, but why? Perhaps because I performed my first cornea transplant back in 1981 in Rome, and perhaps only very few of you may understand how it was difficult at the time in Italy, and Professor Baraka, probably my friend, will remember what was the situation of cornea transplants at the time in Italy. And so it was really exciting to be a member of the team led by Professor Giovanni Rana, who was really the father of the cornea transplant surgery in Italy. And so he set up a team working with the eye banks in Italy, and he started disseminating the passion for this surgery with SIXO and PIMO, and then paving the way to so many cornea transplants in Italy, and it's only thanks to them that nowadays in Italy we have surgeons which may really be considered the same level as the best surgeons in the world. And so really great surgeons, cornea surgeons have been trained, and we have to thank these people for having embarked and let us embark on this marvelous adventure, which is the cornea transplants. Thank you once again. The second career award was assigned to Professor Luigi Bauchiero. He was trained at the ophthalmological clinic of the Turin University, where he has been for the first 15 years assistant and to Professor Boles Carinini. Then when he was 38, he became a chief surgeon in Ivrea in thickly or densely crowded hospital, and he always maintained his ties with the ophthalmological clinic of the University of Turin, where he has been teaching surgical technique and physiology of the binocular vision for 30 years. He was one of the very first performing the anterior lamellar keratoplasty and allo and hetero transplants of limbus in complex cases. He has a vast experience in reconstructive and ophthalmoplastic surgery. He also has delivered conferences and lectures in important European universities in France and Germany and Russia. He received very important national awards, and he's always been in close contact with young surgeons and other colleagues. Let me add on a personal note that perhaps Luigi doesn't remember, but he was the one who allowed me to make the first intra, so my intracapsular cataract surgery. And I remember that Professor Bocchiero allowed me to do it because the surgeon wasn't there because he was away for a conference, and so he told me that we used the surgical microscope, whereas the chief surgeon didn't want to use the microscope. He wanted us to use the lutes instead. Let me thank Professor Nicola and the managing board for this award. I am a bit moved and excited because at the end of my career, this is a great source of satisfaction. Also because I am awarded a very important recognition and acknowledgement. I wondered how come I was assigned such an award. Probably because I have and I'm proud of it. I have really taught whatever I knew, and I still know, to other people with great passion. So I think this is my greatest merit.
E avanti con i piemontesi.
And then some people, some more surgeons from Piedmont region, Professor Guido Caramello, that since from 1976 to 1989 was a first assistant in the glaucoma division at the Green Hospital, and then in 1989 he became the chief surgeon. When I have been hired as an assistant, and from 1999 to 2016 he was in charge of the hospital in Cuneo, and since 2003 up to 2016 he was in charge of the amniotic membrane regional bank, and then since the mid-80s he has believed in tobacco emulsification, and he showed and demonstrated technique in several conferences and training courses, and he has performed personally more than 2,000 cornea transplants, and he has been really a guide and served as a guidance in the whole region for the development of the cornea bank, and for the dissemination of cornea transplants at the regional level. He was one of the first, nationally speaking, to perform the lamella surgery of the keratoconus, organized in Cuneo the first regional congress on endothelial surgery of the cornea, and the national congress of CITRAC and GIVRE, and he organized courses and conferences on cornea topics, glaucoma and phacoemulsification. I thank everybody and all those in the managing board of the SICSO who have picked me for such a prestigious award. Probably I don't deserve it, but however, thank you so much. I have tried to do my best, and one thing I hope I have succeeded in doing was to convey my same enthusiasm to my collaborators.
Guarda che hai sbagliato soggetto.
Guarda, se si vede nelle foto dobbiamo rifarle, Poi dammela, rifacciamo.
Vieni che rifacciamo.
Vieni qua che la rifacciamo. Se non combinavo una cagata non era. Bravo. E torniamo a Bari per premiare.
And then, now, I wish to present the award to Professor Francesco Montrone from Bari.
Laurea nel 74.
He graduated in Bari in 74, and then he was an intern in and specialized in Bari in 1978 and 75. He was hired in the ophthalmological clinic at the Bari University, first as an assistant and then as a second surgeon. In 1993, was director of the surgical department in ophthalmology of the Bari University until November 2015, and since from 1993 to 2015 he organized as many as 15 conferences. I'm very excited and moved at this ceremony and award that comes entirely unexpected. So I was particularly happy. First of all, I was really surprised and moved and excited when I received the communication by SICSO, and then I got confused because I thought this means that now I have grown old. That's the evidence. Thank you.
Concludiamo questa sessione.
Let us conclude this session, and we will resume our works at 3 p.m. And so far, we've been good enough in respecting our timetable, but we will start again at 3 p.m. sharp.
Devo andare a un altro corso.